Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. It is so wonderful to be here. I am always excited to join this group on a Tuesday evening. This has become such a happy, joyous day of the week. I always look forward to connecting with us. So thank you for being here. I see that we have Angela, Doreen of the Children's School of Yoga, and Karen Suki are here. And I do believe that everyone knows me, but for those who might catch this as a replay, if you don't know who I am Laura, and I read tarot and oracle. I'm also a Reiki practitioner. And tonight, what I do is I read tarot and oracle. I start us off with a group message, so that way we can get a feel for the energy around us and what might be coming up for the next week or so. And then I open us up for individual readings where you can ask a personal question, and I will answer as many of those personal readings as I can. And then I close us off with a pick a card. That way everyone receives a personal message. So good evening to Bonnie Binsky. Thank you for joining us. We will get started here in just a moment. We had our giveaway. I believe it was last week we did the giveaway. And I'm excited I was able to do the reading and the Reiki session, which very nice to connect with people personally. So thank you to all those who entered, and congratulations again to our winners. It was so nice being able to connect with you. What else is going on? The solar eclipse is and let's see, we have the new moon. We just had a new moon. Good evening, Victor. So a lot of changing energy. Thank you, Angela. Angela says the Reiki session was wonderful. I'm so happy it was helpful to you. And thank you for your feedback, Angela. It was very, very nice to hear. Good evening, Josh of the Children's School of Yoga. Where did I get that from? I don't even see Children's School of Yoga on the screen at the moment. Josh of Mr. Floyd's Universe. Good evening. So nice to have you here. Wow, I don't know where my mind or my mouth went. They're not connected, apparently. Yeah, so we're going to get started here because I am not sure where my mind is going. So I'm going to just let my mind connect in with spirit and connect with the cards and the group energy and get a nice reading for us. Fall equinox. Yes, that was the other thing, the fall equinox, Libra season. Yes. Fall equinox, Peace Day. Okay, I didn't know about Peace Day. Wow. So yeah, so much energy to tap into. And it is harvest season here in New Hampshire, harvesting apples and pumpkins and all the fall and winter squash. So it's a beautiful time of year. And I imagine up north of me, the leaves are changing color. I haven't really noticed it here, but they could be. Maybe I just haven't really taken notice of that. But yeah, so let's get started here with our group message. We're just going to get a general message, see what Spirit has to say for us. Okay. Yes, acorn squash is one of my favorites. Actually, there are so many. I think I love all of it. Lots of butter, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So let's get a general message for the group. Oh, and I see one popping right out. So this is the card we will go with. Reevaluate. In the starlit sky, we still look for the falling stars. I know I've pulled this card recently. I don't know if it was for this group or if it was a personal reading I did, but reevaluate. In the starlit sky, we still look for the falling stars. So look for those beautiful moments, those opportunities, those feelings of inspiration. Look for your falling star and reevaluate whatever you're working on this week. Reevaluate. I believe Spirit's talking also about mindset in this case. Reevaluate your plan, reevaluate your perspective. There are many things you could reevaluate at this time. So whatever that means to you personally, that's how I would take it. Okay, and let's get a theme for the week from the tea leaf fortune cards. Let's get a theme for this group for the week. Okay, so we're going to take the cards that fell. And I'm going to take the top card. Dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. And I know it's kind of hard to see the cards. The light's creating a glare. But this is what this card looks like, perhaps. No, there's really not a good spot to put it. There's just a glare no matter where I put it. So a friend from far away is thinking of you. So perhaps someone, this could be either someone from your past, or this could be someone who just lives far from you. They don't live close by. So maybe you don't get a chance to connect frequently. And perhaps this person has even popped into your thoughts or your dreams. Maybe they've been on your mind. You've been thinking of reaching out to them. Know that this person is also thinking of you. And it may be a good time to reconnect, because I see it almost looks like a raft here off in the distance. But I get the feeling that this is a friend who's loyal and true, and that no matter how much time has passed, you can always reconnect. That it almost seems like time can go by, but when you connect again, you don't miss a beat, that you're just fully connected, and you'll always have that deep connection. So if you're thinking of someone and you've been planning to make time to reconnect, now is a good time to do that. Good evening, PG. Hello, Patrick. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so now I'd like to get a message from our soul. And Karen Suki says, interesting. I most definitely have been thinking of someone. We connect every few years since I was 20. Wow, Karen. Okay. So this person may be contacting you, or perhaps this is a good time for you to reach out to them. Okay. So let's get a message from our soul. And I'm going to use Rebecca Campbell's Rose Oracle to get a message from our soul. What would our soul most like us to know this week? Let's get one card from our soul. Okay, open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes and trust life. And this is what this card looks like. And again, I know that the lighting does kind of interfere, but this is what this card looks like. So say yes. This is your week that opportunities may come up. There may be projects you want to start. This could, for some of us, I feel like this is around the home. Maybe there's something around your home you've been wanting to clean out or fix. Maybe there's a project, something needs fixing in the home. And I know this is very specific, so this may not apply to everyone, the home, but Spirit saying, say yes, as in, let's get started here. And for others, this could just be about being more social. You may have opportunities to connect with other people, to get outside your comfort zone. And Spirit is saying, say yes. This is not the time to be in your cave. This is the time to get out and explore and expand through the extremes. What I see here with expanding through the extremes is life can feel chaotic and life can feel calm and peaceful. And it seems like for some of us, our life is like all or nothing. We're either so busy or there's not much at all to do. And this can also relate to business as well, business and work. So at times things are extreme, but we want to expand anyway. We want to grow, get outside our comfort zone, and trusting life. Just trust what comes your way, whether things are going smoothly or it feels a little bit bumpy and rocky. Just trust that your soul came in with a plan. Your soul has a plan. The universe has a plan. So just trust that you can move through this. Okay. And now let's see, what are we manifesting this week? And this is the Guardian Angel Tarot. What are we manifesting as a group? Let's see. Oops, here we go. The Lovers. Okay, so relationships, emotions, and choices. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see here with this, I feel that theme. I feel for most of us, this has to do with relationships, because we had the very first card, or that was the second card I pulled, our theme for the week. This was about a distant friend is thinking of you. So perhaps coming together with a friend, it could be a loved one or a family member, and having a heart-to-heart. I feel like some of us are going to have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone. And there will be choices. I think for some, it may be our beliefs are being challenged. And how can we gracefully agree to disagree? And I know that sounds very specific as well, but perhaps there's a friend or a family member that maybe your beliefs don't necessarily align with each other, but you are still able to understand each other. You're still able to hold space and say, I don't have to agree, but I can still love you. We can still be friends. So I know that's very specific, but someone here I feel like is going to have a conversation like that coming up probably within the next week. And how can we align with this energy? How can we align? What will assist us? Here we go. Narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. So what I see here with tread thoughtfully is Spirit is saying, choose your words carefully. When you interact with others, think about how you may be received. It's not your responsibility to handle other people's emotions. That is up to them. But speaking clearly, speaking thoughtfully, responding to what others say rather than reacting to what others say, it will help you along this path. Know that when you are in a situation where you don't see eye to eye with others, it is a very narrow, it's a very narrow path. There's things can easily be misunderstood. So carefully choose your words. It is what I see here, because things can easily fall apart. Things could easily get off course or go wrong. But as long as you are understanding how you're being received, and as long as you're listening to what others are saying as well, and listening to the full conversation, the full dialogue, the body language, the tone, the words, that will help you to understand as well. So just be thoughtful, and that will assist you. If you can be thoughtful, that will assist you in bringing harmony to your relationships. Okay, and let's get one last card here. One last card for the group. Let's see what angel would like to work with us this week. And this is Radley Valentine's Angel Affirmations. Good evening, Trista. It's so nice to see you. Okay, let's get one card for the group and let's stop here. This message is from Archangel Michael. Call upon my sword of divine light to sever unwanted energetic connections around you, freeing you to be your true, perfect, unique self. And your affirmations are, I release all energetic I release all energetic connections that hold me back. I am completely free. And oops, there we go. So those are your affirmations. Okay. So that is what I have for the group. I am hoping that resonated with most, if not all of you. And I am sending you all so much love and so many blessings. And now if you have a personal question that you would like answered tonight, please just type in the chat in all capital letters or mostly capital letters, so that way it stands out. But please type in the chat, I would like a reading, or yes, me, please, something along those lines, something so it stands out. And then I will answer as many as I can. Okay, so I'm just going to take a sip of my water here. So if anyone would like a personal reading tonight, just type in, okay, so Karen Suki, I have you. Okay. Good evening, Grace. Thank you for joining us. And would anyone else like a personal reading? So far, I just have Karen Suki. Maybe we can donate the whole hour to me. Okay. Angela. Wonderful. So we have Angela and Karen Suki. Okay. Would anyone else like a reading this evening? Okay. Bonnie Binsky, your sister Diane would like a reading. Okay. So Diane. Trista's doing laundry, but she'll be right back. Okay. All right. So maybe when Trista pops in, she might like a reading. Okay. So we'll see. We have these three, and we will see who is going to be first here. Okay. I'm sure I can get through 3 readings, no problem. All right, Karen Suki, you are first. So what is your question? Karen Suki, if you could type your question into the chat. And let's see. Good evening, Victor, if I didn't say good evening to you already. Okay, Karen, I would like to know what my guides would like me to know going forward after the eclipse. Okay. All right, Karen Suki. It's okay, Karen. I understand what you mean here. All right. So, Karen, I'm just going to connect in with your energy. And we will see what your guides would like you to know going forward now that the eclipse has ended. All right. So Karen Suki, just connecting in with your energy here. And I'm feeling my crown tingling. Spirit is saying, strengthen your spiritual practice. So whatever it is that you show up for every day, Spirit's saying that one thing, find that one thing that you're going to show up to every day, whether it be meditating, card reading, chanting, prayer, however you serve Spirit. So let's get one card for Karen. What your guides like you to know? I'm seeing this one here. Okay. The Nine of Earth. So I see abundance around you. This is what this card looks like. The Nine of Earth. I see a lot of abundance around you. Independence. Doing things your own way. Good evening, Shelley. Hello, seeker of truth. Good to see you here. Okay. So abundance, fulfillment, independence also is what I'm seeing. So Spirit's telling me gratitude. The more grateful you are, the more things you give thanks for, the more that will show up in your life to give thanks for. So the more you give thanks, the more you will have to give thanks for. But what I see here is you working on being independent. So I'm not sure exactly what that means here. I want to get a little more from Spirit here. This feeling of independence. Spirit saying this is a feeling. Doing things your way. Being who you truly are. Focusing on what makes you happy. And taking time out when you need to take time out. That things are really coming together for you. And if you practice gratitude and show up for your spiritual practice every day, this will assist you in creating more flow in your life. And I see that you've been focused on I feel like this has to do with income, making money, bringing more stability, financial upgrades. There's something you've been questioning doing. And Spirit's just saying that it's okay to take small steps. It doesn't have to be anything huge. But if you've been considering bringing in more money, more abundance, more fulfillment, this is a good time to work towards that. Because you are independent and you can stick to your own schedule and your own way of doing things. That you don't have to follow someone else's plan. This can be about you. Okay, so let's get another card for you here. So how can you align with this energy? Okay, the Five of Air. So what I see Spirit saying here is maybe in the past you have tried, because I feel like we're revisiting the past here. Spirit just drew my eyes to that first card that I pulled, that reevaluate. So I feel like in the past you have tried and maybe things didn't work out, or it wasn't the right time. Maybe things were working out, but something else came up and you had to put things aside. So Spirit's saying, assess what worked and assess what didn't work. What made you feel uplifted? What made you feel, what gave you energy and what drained your energy? Where could you use extra assistance? How can you break things down into smaller pieces so that you don't get overwhelmed? Because I feel like this had to do with overwhelming, draining your energy, leaving you feeling fatigued. And Spirit saying, go with what works, and perhaps eliminating the things that made you feel drained. Maybe you were trying to do too much too quickly. But just to evaluate and to ask yourself, what can I realistically do? So hopefully that's making sense to you, Karen. Okay, so Shelley, I see your comment here. Oh, thank you so much for that, Shelley. I was just reading your comment. Shelley wrote, you guys, my tarot reading that I won with Laura was so spectacular. She pulled out things that I didn't tell anyone because it's so personal. She was so right on. I was so emotional. Spirit was so right on with everything. Laura's connection is so real and true. Love it all. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Thank you for saying that. And then Karen says about this reading, yes, you have no idea. Major makes sense. Wonderful. Okay. And let's get one last card for you, Karen. Let's get one last card. What is the likely outcome in this situation? And I see this one here. Okay, so 5 of Earth. So what I see here is, whoops, let me just get rid of the comment. What I see here is you calling in assistance. Spirit saying the best approach for you is when things feel uncertain or overwhelming. Call in the assistance of your spiritual team. Call in the assistance of people around you. Because what I see is taking things slowly. Don't try to do too much too quickly, or the overwhelm could come. Previous of 5, previous Earth, yes. Okay, so we have 2 5. So making changes. You may need to reassess and make changes as you go. So just be aware of that and be okay with it. It's not a failure if you have to make changes. So continue, small steps, ask for assistance, and reevaluate when needed. So that's what I have for you, Karen. I'm hoping that makes sense to you. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay. So now let's see who will be next. Who will be next here? So we have Angela. You are next. So Angela, what is your question this evening? Okay. Oh, that's great, Karen. I'm so happy to hear this. Karen says, that's marvelous, Laura. Makes total sense. Okay, wonderful. So happy to hear that. I would love to know how best to proceed after the eclipse. Okay. All right. So I feel like the eclipse energy really, a lot of us were tapped into that. And now we're wondering how to proceed. Yes. So let's shine some light on that. Hello, Trista. Okay, Trista, would you like a reading tonight? Trista, if you would like a reading, me, please. I believe you're saying you would like a reading. So let me just add you in. Okay. Okay. So Angela. Okay, Trista, I've added your name. All right, Angela, I'm just going to connect in with your energy here. I'm hearing the words "let it flow." Okay, so let it flow, whatever that means, Angela. And I'm really drawn to my throat chakra, so perhaps communication. And I do know that you do light language, so perhaps spirits talking about, because I'm hearing like it's almost like singing. That's what it sounds like to me. So continuing with that light language, singing, then let it flow. Whatever needs to flow through you, let it flow. Okay, so let's get a card for Angela. We have one coming out right away. The Seven of Fire. Okay, so I see a lot of responsibility, a lot of tasks, juggling a lot also. Challenge, determination, resistance. Okay. So what I'm seeing here for you, Angela, is that when you get started in a certain direction, that there may be challenges due to daily life, such as work, family responsibility, someone needing your attention, and it may feel like that throws you off. Because what I see is like you like to have a routine. You like to doing this, do this, then do this, and keeping your day structured. But that doesn't always work out for you because life happens. And Spirit's saying that's okay. That your determination is what determines your success. Staying the course. Just because you weren't able to follow the schedule today doesn't mean you can't try again tomorrow. That sometimes things will flow smoothly for a few days, maybe a few weeks, or maybe only for part of the day. And then things seem to fall apart, but they're not actually falling apart. It's just this is where life takes you at the moment. So just don't allow that to stop you. You can always pick up where you left off later that day or the next day. That you can stand strong and you can make time for what's important. Even if it's only one thing each day. So you may be met with some challenges. Things could start off a little bit rocky for you. But keep going is what Spirit is saying. So how can we align with this energy? How can we overcome? How can we overcome? Or overcome any obstacles or challenges? I guess that would be the best thing to say here. Or how do we stay determined? Let's see. Action. I'm seeing this one here. Spirit saying, go with this one. Okay, the Six of Fire. Success, recognition, self-esteem. And this is what this card looks like. Okay. So what I see here is not beating yourself up. Giving yourself credit for how far you've come, giving yourself credit for all that you get through each day, everything that you do. And also recognizing your worth, recognizing how good you are at what you do. Because what I'm picking up here is that how you perceive yourself and how spirit perceives you is different. With spirit, it's all pure, it's all aligned, everything's perfect. And with you, it's a dialogue of, oh, I didn't get to this today. It's more about looking at the imperfect and being hard on yourself for those imperfect moments. But Spirit's saying, twist that around and continue to say, look at how far I've come in my spiritual practice. Look at how far I've come in my home. Look at how far I've come at work. Everything I do, I succeed, because that's the truth, Angela. Every day you are succeeding. So give yourself credit, and even look at all the successes that you've had up until this point. Look at the lives you've touched. Look at how people respond to you. Those who are building you up and lifting you up. That focus is going to assist you on your path. And what is the likely outcome here? Okay, so I see this one here. Strength. So I see you overcoming those lower emotions, those lower vibrational thoughts and habits, anything self-defeating. I see you overcoming it. I see you persevering. I see you continuing on the path, no matter how it goes, whether it goes smoothly that day or whether things have to get set aside that day and tried again tomorrow. I see you persevering. I also see you being more courageous and more likely to step out into the open, to acknowledge who you are and acknowledge your own gifts and your own worth. So, Angela, that is what I have for you. And I am hoping that resonated with you. I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, so let's see who is going to be. Yes, Karen Suki, we do get that. If you're talking about the strength card, yes, I've noticed that same thing. This group does get that card a lot. I feel like so many of us are owning who we are. So many of us are connecting more and more with our authentic selves. Okay, so next we have Diane. You are next. So Diane, if you could type your question into the chat. Okay, a message, if possible, from a loved one or a sign. Okay. All right, Diane, I will just connect in with your energy and we will see what the cards say. Who is around you and what message do they have for you? Okay, Diane. So I feel someone standing to the right of me. And usually the right is masculine energy for me. I feel the right side. The right can also be about the future. But I feel the right, and I feel like the energy is kind of towards the middle. So usually if it's up above me, this would mean like an elderly person, someone who's older. And if I feel towards the middle, I'm feeling like somebody middle-aged. And if I feel the energy like towards my waist or lower, that would be like a young person or a child. But I'm feeling this energy towards the middle. So I'm feeling masculine energy or male energy, middle-aged. So let's see what comes through with the cards. If it's a good reading, you will get an apple pie. Okay. All right. So let's see for Diane. Okay. So we have the 3 of water. Celebration, community, friendships. The 3 of water. This is emotions. This is connections with others. So what I feel like your loved one is saying to you is to remember the good times and enjoy the good times. Find reason to celebrate. It doesn't always have to be a holiday or a special occasion, but getting together with others, being in the company of others is reason to smile, is reason to celebrate, reason to have fun. That moving forward and having fun is okay. That's how you live. That's how we're meant to live our lives. We're not meant to hold back. So I'm getting the feeling that I don't know if it's like there's some guilt here about celebrating or being happy. What I'm hearing is wishing certain people were with you. And that's normal. It's normal to feel that way. But you are allowed to be happy. You are allowed to have fun, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like a sign for you. I'm seeing the butterflies, and the butterflies are transformation and change. But I'm also seeing a very specific bird. And I don't know if this is the cardinal or if it's that house finch, because sometimes they show up like, because I'm seeing the color red with these birds, but I feel like a specific bird is a sign for you. But also the butterfly. The butterfly is there to remind you that change is okay. Change is part of life. Transformation, that you're moving to a new phase of your own life. You're always growing and expanding. And what is this here? Yeah, I like that comment, Karen Suki. The older we get, the more we realize life should be fun every day. Okay. So let's continue on. Let's get another card for you, Diane. I'm seeing this one here. Okay, so the King of Water. The King of Water is what I see for you. So this person I see around you, again, I feel like this is male or masculine energy. This could be a very loving person. This could be a husband or a significant other, but someone you're very close with, who is a compassionate person, emotionally mature. And I'm seeing a red rose. And a red rose for me is like, this person is acknowledging they love you, that they loved you in life, they love you after life. And I'm seeing the heart. So I don't know if this was heart issues or lung. This could be heart or lung issues. But I'm feeling heart and lungs. So I'm not sure if any of this is making sense to you, but this is what I'm picking up. And so this person, again, they're showing me that red rose, like they're handing it to you. They're acknowledging, this is how they say, I love you. That they're still with you. And what else do we have here? This was a strong emotional connection, is what I see here. Okay. And let's get one last card for you. Let's get one last card for you, Diane. Okay. So I see the 5 of fire. And this is what this card looks like. So I see that there are some things that come up that maybe you're not sure how to work through. I'm seeing like trying to figure out how, and I'm hearing the word appease. So I'm not sure if this is like how to appease others, how to keep everyone happy, including yourself. But just that, what Spirit is saying is that following what feels right to you, and that yes, we want to take into consideration what others think or say or do if they're people that are close to you. Like, because I'm feeling family members, I'm feeling maybe close friends. Um, but ultimately, it's you who needs to make sure that you are happy. Now, ultimately, it's your own well-being that you should focus on, is what I'm picking up here. So things will become clearer to you. So whatever this situation is that you're not quite sure how to deal with it, Spirit's just saying, take a step back. That sometimes not focusing on the issue, sometimes doing something creative, thinking of anything else, allows room for the answer to come. So just know that this too shall pass. So, Diane, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that made sense to you. And I am wishing you all the best. I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, and who is next? We have Trista. So Trista, could you please type your question into the chat? Karen Suki says, the whole hour really is focused around me after all. Okay, so Trista, if you could type your question into the chat. Okay, so Trista says, any message from my guides? Okay, so I'm hoping Diane was still here. I'm hoping I wasn't reading for no one. Oh, okay, so Diane did type. Okay, Diane says, thank you. Okay, Diane, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. All right, so Trista, I am just going to connect in with your energy for a moment and we'll see what your guides would like you to know. All right, Trista. Okay, Trista, when I go into your energy, immediately I feel my third eye. I feel a lot of pressure in my third eye. And in my heart, feeling pressure in my heart chakra. So let's see what Spirit has to say about this. Okay. And Diane, I do see your comment. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very, very much. I was listening while baking. I appreciate your reading. You're welcome, Diane. You are so welcome. Okay. All right, Trista. So let's get a card for Trista. Oh, and one's coming out right away. The Five of Earth. Okay. So I feel like you're going through some changes and you're not quite sure how to navigate what is happening. Because these are changes that affect your physical world, your 3D reality. There's a change you're wishing to make, and you're not quite sure how to open the door. That's what I see here. It's like the door is partly open, but you haven't been given the opportunity to walk through yet. And that's the energy that you're trying to align with. And in the meantime, it can feel kind of lonely. It can feel uncertain. Maybe the energy starts to feel a little cool around me. So it can feel like left out in the cold, so to speak. How do I get back to comfort? How do I get to stability, success? Like waiting for that opportunity. And I see a little bit of worry here. But what your guides are saying to you is that you are being looked after. Your guides are always with you. The universe is always with you. And asking your guides for assistance, asking your guides to align you with the people, places, and situations you need for your soul's highest good. Or what you can say is, thank you, universe, for bringing me the people, situations, and places I need for my soul's highest good. Because that will help to open some doors for you. That will help also to eliminate some of the worry, some of the uncertainty. Because it is coming. And right now, it's about keeping the mindset and the vibration high. And that can be hard to do when you're on your own and when you're going through this situation, when you're looking for that change and that opportunity. So call on your angels. Your angels are here, asking for help. And I also see reaching out to others as well. Perhaps there are others, people in your physical reality who can open doors for you, who maybe know of opportunities that may assist you in creating this abundance, this stability, this happier physical reality. Okay, good evening, Elizabeth. So nice to see you here. So let's get another card. Oh, and I see one already. Okay, so the Six of Water. And this is what this card looks like. The Six of Water. Okay. Memories, childhood, nostalgia. So I see someone from your past, someone that perhaps you were connected with in the past can help to move you forward. Because I feel like, or an opportunity from the past coming back around for you. So maybe a door started to open, but that opportunity never came to fruition. You because sometimes we're presented with choices and we decide to walk down one path, and it's not wrong. It just meant that the timing wasn't right for the other path. But I'm feeling like something from your past, either a person or an opportunity from your past, is coming back around. And I feel like it may be rather surprising to you as well. It can be unexpected. So, Trista, stay open. Stay open to those surprises. But connect with that feeling as well. When you're having a tough time moving through the energy of today, tap into that energy of a time when you felt fulfilled, a time when things seemed to be going smoothly. And you felt like, oh, this is my dream job or my dream location, my dream scenario, and tap into that energy. When you had no well, I don't want to say no stress and worry. I feel like there's always some underlying, but maybe there is a time you had no stress and worry. Tap into that energy where you had no worries, no stress, because that will help to raise your vibration, and that will also help to call in new opportunities for you. But be open. Open to the unexpected is what Spirit's telling me once again. Because we don't always need to know how things are coming to us. We just need to have faith that the good is coming to us. And let's get one last card for you, Trista. When I see this one, it wants to come out. So, the Knight of Air. So I see some communication. The Knight of Air. Some new information. Sharing information. I feel like someone is coming in who has information for you that will assist you. Yeah, I'm really feeling this is another person. Perhaps there's a conversation. I feel like this could be a conversation that you don't even expect to have. And somebody just comes out with this piece of information, this piece of a puzzle. That really connects you with where you want to be. Because I see movement, I see change. So ultimately, you will get to your destination. And Spirit's just saying details and planning as well. So if somebody offers you something, Spirit's saying get the details. Know what you're walking into. But I see change in your physical reality, because I'm really drawn to the color red here, and your root chakra, your safety, stability, the 3D world. Ah, okay. So Trista says, I had an interesting conversation with a customer who does very meaningful energy work. She took my info. Okay, that is interesting. That is interesting. So perhaps this person has even more information for you. Perhaps this is someone you you connect with further down the line, or perhaps they know somebody that they connect you with. Just stay open, because how things come to you, I can't say clearly, but what I see is they may come in unexpected ways. Okay. And I see that your determination and your motivation to make change is what will move you through this situation. So Trista, I'm hoping that made sense to you. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay. So that is what I have for us tonight. I would like to close us out with our pick a card. So if you would like to participate, what you're going to do is choose either the number 1, 2, or 3, and we will get a personal message for you. So 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so let's get a card here. All right, if you chose the number 1, 2, and 3. Okay. All right, if you chose the number 1, your number is 10. You have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details. Then direct others how to carry things out. And your affirmation is, I am ingenious. Okay. If you chose number 2, your number is 55. Substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change, a need to overcome your insecurities, and let go of your fears. And your affirmation is, I am evolving. And if you chose number 3, your number is 444. Trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. And your affirmation is, I am protected. Okay, so that is what I have for you tonight. If you would like to book your own personal private reading or healing, you may do so on my website. I have left the link here. It is www.letspiritguide.com. If you have any questions and would like to email me, you may do so, info@letspiritguide.com. And if you like what I do here and feel called to make a donation, you may do so through either my Venmo, which is Laura-Bennett-229, or through my PayPal, which is Laura-Bennett-1111. And I have left the links to each of those here. They're also in the pinned comments if you would like to come back at a later time and book a reading or healing. So thank you all so much for being here. As always, it is my pleasure to connect with you. I do really appreciate this group and I enjoy our time together. Remember to stay happy, stay healthy, stay whole, and as always, let Spirit guide.